it's VJ.
It's Jane.
And this is
A Sip
and a Shot. Woo, 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 woo. First things first. Check out our new Express. It's coming together, y'all. It's coming together. It only took us a year.
Oh, hey.
It only took us a year.
Good things take time.
Good things come to those who wait.
Okay, patience is a virtue.
Come on. I don't have any other cliche, but you know what we're talking about. Special shout out to my girl Janelle. She is starting her interior decorating, party planning, party decor business. Look her up at Nelly92.
She hooked us up. Thank you, girl.
So we are here. Another episode.
Another Sunday. Well, another Wednesday, y'all.
This week we had some fun drinks.
Yeah.
Both we kind of made up. We kind of had like a plan.
Yeah, like their takes on other drinks that exist. We just
a sip and a shot it.
Yeah.
A fight it.
A fight it. I was like a fight it.
So I
as a sip and a shot. A-S-A-A-S.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
It's good for that. Yeah. It's like, I don't know if she's having a stroke or not. But, like, stick your tongue out. Is it going to the left? A sauce-ified.
A sauce-ified. Okay.
Our shot is a Dreamsicle.
Yeah, we'll see if it tastes like that.
Yeah.
It might just be an orange
base shot.
Yeah.
With a little whipped cream. Cheers to the good.
Cheers to the bad.
Cheers to all the things we wish we had. Clink, clink, clink.
Oh yeah, orange-sicle. A Dreamsicle. That was really good.
That was good. So this had orange vodka.
Yep.
Triple sec. Orange juice.
Top with a little whipped cream.
And we tried to, add a little zest to it. I got some of the zest.
Yeah, I ain't get none of this. I just do it cream right up. Just try to get past it.
It was good.
That was really good.
Y'all real is gonna be
put that.
This is going in the book.
That's going in the book.
And it wasn't too like vodka-y.
No, not at all.
It was just the right amount of vodka.
Perfect.
Okay,
I'm really impressed with us.
Yes.
Sometimes I'm like that.
Because it's sweet. It's a good thing when it's sweet, but it's not too sweet for drinks.
Yes.
That's what
I was a little worried with like the citrus, like the acid in it, that it was gonna curdle the whipped cream.
Yeah.
And I wasn't gonna say anything because I just wanted Veronica to take the shot. But it worked out.
It worked out. I think if you would have put like the cream liqueur.
Yeah, it would have been.
Like Bailey's?
Yes, it would have been.
Bad.
Okay.
Our next drink we're excited about
is a Boozy Sherbert float. Watermelon flavored. we could not figure out what to call this drink.
Boozy Sherbert float.
Yeah. I've been to a few like wedding events where they have like networking and they just put sherbet and you top it with champagne. That's where it came from. So it's cheers.
Do not tap it. My brother has started tapping his drink. We had water and he tapped it.
Delicious.
Wow. This is strong.
Straight up rosé. So in there it's rainbow sherbet. Got it from the store. Babe 100 calorie rosé. A shot of rum, a little watermelon pucker, and it has a little watermelon cube on the side. That's that. That's that on that.
Dangerous. I'm put my phone on silent because
please silence your phones during the recording. Silence the MacBook as well.
Okay, so how was your week?
It's been a wild week. I've been rolling in the deep, but it's been good.
Okay.
Lots of potential wedding clients, even though I can't book them until 6 months out. So it's just,
is that COVID or was that it before?
No, that was it before.
Okay.
They're going for the smallest package and for like peak season, and it's kind of like
you better get on board.
You can wait unless you upgrade. So yeah, there's like 3 potential clients that are just waiting until 6 months out from the wedding date. And I'm like, that's cool. I love the money now, but that's cool.
My week was pretty. My week was actually pretty good. I actually had a really great weekend.
That's good.
Like Friday, I went out with my best friend Taylor
Mm-hmm.
and our best friend's girlfriend, who's become like our sister.
Yes.
The three of us went out for dinner, had like a little girls' night,
Okay.
and just like talked without the boys being around.
Yeah.
Which is great. Saturday, I spent the whole day with my brother. I just realized I'm looking like yesterday.
Well, you know.
Because I never went home. I never came home from him into anyway.
You could have. Now it's out there for the world.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, now they know.
Because I had posted on my page.
Yeah, I didn't notice. I saw the video multiple times.
I was just thinking about it, like just now.
You were
like, do I look like yesterday? But yeah, I spent the day with my brother. He and I have gotten, I tell James this all the time, he and I are really close, and we just continue to get closer. We get on each other's nerves, but only the way that siblings can.
I say they have an adventure, whether it's 1 hour together or half a day, a whole day. So much seems to happen when it's the two of them in like a short span of time.
We get each other.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We get others.
Sure, you should.
And it's funny because like we were just laying on the couch. He was on his TikTok, I was on my TikTok. We would throw the phone, check this out, throw it back, and then we would go. I was like, I'm not spending the day with you, just sitting here. You're gonna help me. So
always gotta do something.
I gotta do something. And then I spent time with a Ty.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sunday, my girl Jane.
Here we are.
It was a good weekend.
Yeah, my weekend was actually pretty chill, which I like.
That's so shocking for you.
I love when I don't have to do much. I think a lot of times I'll go places, like I'll go to the boys' houses and not think we're going out. This is what I was telling my parents. I was just like, because I would wear a t-shirt, leggings, Crocs, slippers, and we'll be sitting there chilling, drinking hookah, listening to music, and then at like midnight they're like, oh yeah, let's go somewhere, and I'm like, you
haven't thought to like carry a bag yet?
Well, now I do, but before I was just like, I don't want to. I thought we were just gonna do this all day, and then they get mad when I'm like, all right, I'm gonna lay down for a nap. Right? They're like, no, wake up, we gotta go somewhere. But this weekend I just went to dinner with my mom for once in a long time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we went out to this Mexican spot in Laurel.
You'd be surprised how hard it is to get your parents out. Like,
she was off on Friday. She was like, let's go drink, let's go get dinner, and I was like, okay, I can move. I'll move my plans around, and then went to the mall real quick, came home, watched a movie, and went to bed.
Did I call you with some craziness?
Always. Do I know what the craziness was? I can't remember what the
craziness was.
No.
I'll call her and she'll be like, I'm not.
It's because of the way when I answer the phone, she won't say anything. She just kind of looks at you and then starts like giggling silently. And you're like, what?
Because.
Is it now?
I wait for people to say hello.
Okay.
And you don't say hello. You just answer the phone and stare at me. So
and I'm just like, what is it?
Hello.
Because after a certain time, I know you don't need anything. It's going to be foolishness that comes out of you. And so I just answer like, what do you want? What do you want from me now at 10:30 at night? What is it? Midday. Hey, girl.
What's going on?
What's up?
And it'll be like, what are we drinking? And we still didn't know until today. But anyway, let's jump into our subject. Glad you had a great week, girl.
Yes.
Our subject this week is about hair, your hair journey. It is a coincidence that we have two different hairstyles today.
Yeah, our hair is not braided for
it's
once.
Not braided for once. It's not in a ponytail. She has my
little fro braid out. I think my twist out looked better yesterday, but
I still think it looks. So you just pull one side out a little bit more than the other.
Yeah, I just keep pulling on it. I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
My twist out was a little more defined yesterday, and last night I braided it and curled it like on the ends, trying something different, and I was like, should have just stuck with the twist out. Stick to what you know.
And I got my hair straightened because I hadn't had it trimmed in so long.
Yeah.
And I wanted a good trim. I wanted to see how long my hair was.
Yes.
It took like 4 inches off. But I'm like happy with it.
Yeah.
I think I really want to try to grow it out.
More?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it was longer than this.
Yeah.
But I think I want to try to grow it out like healthily.
Yeah. I think I need to trim too.
So I thought about this topic because there was a tweet that was talking about, I have to find it, but they were saying that relaxers are making a comeback. After probably about 15 years. Relaxers are making a comeback, and people need to be okay with it and not judge women who decide to get relaxers.
Right.
And you get to do with your hair. So I reposted the shit because I don't have a relaxer, but I'm
on the verge of.
Am I on the verge again? No. I can tell you my hair journey.
I was like, have you ever?
Yes, actually. So my whole thing is, before I get into my hair journey, do what it is that works best for you.
It's a lot. Natural hair is a lot of work.
Natural hair is a lot of work and it's expensive.
Yes.
Black people's hair is a lot of work and expensive.
Yes.
So
do what works for you.
Do what works for you. So my hair journey, I was born with a lot of hair. So my mom put a relaxer in my hair when I was 3.
Okay.
Like, what was it? Just for me. Just for me is just for you.
I think it's just
for
me.
You.
Oh no.
I don't know.
Whatever.
But it was a kitty relaxer. She wouldn't leave it in there long, just enough
to
be able to comb it out.
I remember things out.
I remember she left it in there like a little bit longer. My hair felt so silky. She was like, "What did you do?" Because it still looked natural, just made it more manageable for my mom. But I liked it like silky. So I had a relaxer.
Cabbage silky. That's in a song. I can't remember what Outkast song, but he was like, he leaves with her man too long. Cabbage Patch Silky is what he called it. Yeah.
It was like that. But she put one in when I was 3. And then I stopped getting relaxers in 3rd grade. So that was like 8, 7 or 8, because I got cradle cap. I did not have cradle cap as a baby, which is what normally happens.
I was like, how did you get it when you were
a child?
I was okay, even say toddler.
We didn't know.
Okay.
And so my mom, and it wasn't like a relaxer every 2 weeks kind of thing. It was probably like a relaxer every. So my grandma's old school, and we would only trim hair on a full moon.
Okay.
Like full moon.
Yeah.
Not like. And then my grandmother was the only person that trimmed our hair, so we would get a relaxer, get our ends trimmed, and then we would wait probably like 3 months. So I would get cornrows and beads and all of that. But my hair got really dry. Cradle cap, like size of quarter, pulling out in my hair. So my mom didn't know what to do, so we stopped the relaxer.
Right.
And just tried to find different ways to like keep your hair braided, keep your hair washed and moisturized. I've had mayonnaise in my hair. I've had egg in my hair. I've had honey. I've mixed Blue Magic, Sulfur 8 and deep conditioner. Let it sit. Hot on treatments, put it in the microwave. Veronica, this is too hot. Gotta let it cool. Stir it up. I've had all of that, and my hair was healthiest when we took the relaxer out, and I just started getting pressing curls.
Yeah. Pressing
curls with the hot comb and the pressing oil that, remember when they used to stick it on their hand and then just grease your scalp down and
it would just sit.
Yeah.
It don't slide, it don't move.
No,
it would just sit.
And then boom. Boom. You feel the grease. It's just the steam. It's not the steam. I'm being burned.
I'm burning.
But my hair grew. The dandruff stopped. The cradle cap stopped. Like I had to have medicated shampoo. Yeah. Like when my hairdresser had my medicated shampoo at her thing. So with that, my hair just stayed natural. I kept it pressed. And then I was really good friends with someone. Their mom was a hairstylist. So I had the braids again. I had the cornrows, and I kind of entered into a natural twist out phase. But I didn't really embrace a twist out phase. It was more like a wash and go, but I didn't know what I was doing. So I didn't mind coming with just big hair.
Yeah.
Because I had a lot of hair, which is big and out there. And then I figured out how to kind of style it, do twist styles, I never figured out how to curl my hair.
Me either.
I stopped.
Still don't know how to do that.
The next time I put chemicals in it was when I was 16. I got highlights.
Okay.
And I was really nervous about putting highlights on my hair because my hair was long and I didn't want it to break off. And my hairdresser, who I had since I was 8, I told her, I was like, I really think I want highlights. I really think I want highlights. She kept saying, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure? And I was like, yes. So I found someone new to do it. And she was like, I would have put it in your hair, but she's like, we have grown your hair out. It's healthy. Are you sure you want to put bleach on it?
Yes.
And I was like, yeah. But my hair broke off so bad.
Oh no.
That's why I'm apprehensive about putting color in my hair because it broke off so bad. But I was 16, driving, had a little blonde, had a little boyfriend. I was feeling myself, okay? I remember the first time I got it done, I had the curls that I liked. I slept like this because it was picture day the next day. Curls was jacked up. But I was like, I don't want to roll it because I don't want my curls to get messed up. It's like, stupid. But, and then in college, I again kept it natural, just straightened it a lot. I learned how to straighten my own hair how I liked it.
Yeah, you do really good at straightening your hair.
I dyed it jet black. And I remember I had jet black at the top and then red in the back. Yeah. Because I was a bad bitch. You couldn't really tell the red in the back, but you could tell the black in the front. Because I was really, this is summertime, but I was a lot lighter.
Yeah.
A lot lighter.
Yeah. Look nice and European.
I just look.
You look like you
lighter. I think it was just the lighting.
Okay.
I don't think, because I don't consider myself light skinned. I just think it was the lighting.
Next statement. Anything else you want to add to your hair journey?
To my hair journey, I'm thinking now part of my hair journey, and we can talk about this later, it's starting to gray.
Oh, yeah.
But we can talk about that later. But I think I realized how important my hair is to me without realizing how important my hair is to me. Because I want to switch it up, but I'm so afraid to switch it up. Because once you get your hair to like healthy and how you want it, and the length and the feel, and like you find someone who knows how to keep it, get the straightening. Because remember when you would like your mom would press it out and hit the bump?
Yes, you don't. I don't like the bump.
I don't like the bump. I don't
know anybody that liked the bump other than moms.
And I wanted to flip. I have like a 6th or 7th grade picture. I wanted my hair flipped because my mom had her hair flipped. I don't know if y'all remember the hair flip. It was like, I looked like 1970s and had a damn barrette in my hair. I was like, this is not it, because my mom had a relaxer. Yeah. And my mom had a relaxer, my grandmother had a relaxer, but they didn't put relaxers in me and my cousins' hair like that. So she had a cute, like, little flip.
Little bun.
You know, the early 2000s. It was like, she did a French bun. I wanted to look like my mom. And
the French braids.
I didn't have hair.
French buns back in the day. I love 90s hair so much.
And remember the
whole
pictures?
Aesthetic.
The pictures at the beauty salon.
Yeah,
it's like 1, 2, and 3. You want the hump with the curls that flip.
And when I say that hair did not move
at all, it don't move.
It don't move.
Yeah. So I'm getting to a place where I'm like, I need my hair to be healthier. That's why I needed to get it trimmed, because I hadn't had it trimmed in like months. I would trim my own hair.
Yeah.
I have had bangs. My roommate is gonna love this. I did get bangs because I wanted something different. And they got.
And then
while I was in school, they got too long. And so I wanted to trim them. Myself.
In case that's not implied. In case y'all couldn't figure that.
I wanted to trim them myself. And I did. And I think I thought I did a pretty good job until my roommate came in and she was like, "What did you do?" Because she kept, every time I was getting ready to do, she was like, "Put the scissors down. You don't need to do this. Put the scissors down." It was a little jagged because I didn't realize like you should pull them out and then let them drop. I just wanted to go straight across, like, so I could see it. So it was a little jagged, but it wasn't like, once you bump that shit, you can't see it. You can't see it. And as you guys know, I've had the braids. Yeah. I love long hair.
Me too.
I love like the braids that go down your back and you just flip it.
Yeah, everything feels longer.
Good.
Everything just makes you feel a little rap with that. When you're like, that's like, get the longer nails, you can rap a song. What's up? If you got longer hair, flip that. What's up? You might get smacked with a ponytail or a braid, but
it's not on purpose.
Yeah, my personal space.
Back up.
Back up.
So that's been my journey. I'm trying to think if I had like a love-hate relationship. Well, tell me your journey with your hair. I've been part of it.
I feel like I've done a lot with my hair, except for color it. But I don't remember.
You didn't color your hair?
Not really.
Okay.
Yeah, not like professionally.
Okay, okay.
So I've always had perms as long as I can remember. I always got a perm in my hair. But then, and like through elementary school, middle school, there's like a picture of my mom with my hair like curled. With like, it so 90s with like the curl bangs and like half up, half down. And I think it was my kindergarten picture. I'm like, and it used to hang up in our house, and I would hate when people came over because that was like, as soon as you walk to the kitchen, it was a picture of me and Jordan. That was the first picture you see. But I've always had a perm in my hair. We would even go to Salisbury, like if it was time for me to get my hair done, we'd go to my cousin Missy, her shop, and she would do my hair, or my mom would put the relaxers in. But then in, I guess, middle school, I got pneumonia often. Elementary school, middle school, I think. So I had pneumonia twice and then bronchitis. And because of the medication I was on and the relaxer mixing together, my hair was falling out.
Oh, no.
So I was like, my hair was thinning. It was starting to become like a little bit of a problem. And we couldn't figure out why. I also, you know, when you're in middle school and you figure out a hairstyle that you can do yourself so your mom doesn't have to do it anymore. You just do that hairstyle all the time. Figured out how to get slick bun, ponytail. That was also knocking out the edge. Just knocking out the edge of my hair. Yeah. So between that one hairstyle and the pneumonia, like steroids or Z-Packs or whatever medication, my hair started falling out. But once I stopped, like I had a hairdresser that kind of grew my hair back. And then
she figured out what was going on.
Yeah, she figured out what was going on. She was telling us like, it's probably your medication mixed with the relaxer. So we're going to go light on the relaxer. And you know, you can still keep getting them, but
draw it out.
Yeah. But then Dominican salons started popping up out here.
Yeah.
And everybody was going to get a Dominican blowout. You could be in there for 3 hours instead of all day, like you'd be at a black salon. They roll you in, they roll you out. They got a wash girl. They roll you up, blow dry you, and you're out. So I was doing that when I got to Seton. So my hair would be straight, like straight. I loved it. And then my hair started breaking off again.
Oh.
Don't know why, but that's just what it was. So then by the time I got to college, I remember in college, I think my freshman year, I was like, Mom, I want to do a rinse. That's what the color was.
Okay, yeah. Oh, I remember the rinses. Everybody, it's not permanent, it's just a rinse.
It's not permanent, it's just a rinse. And I think we did it with Kool-Aid, because you can do like a Kool-Aid color. So it was like a berry color, but apparently my hair holds on to color for a long time. Because it didn't come out. Like, I would be like walking in the sun, and that was like summertime. We into school. Yeah. And the rinse, as you wash your hair, it should be coming out. It would be at college, and my hair would still have like purple hint to it, or like a berry hint to it.
Especially when we're walking in the sun.
Across. It was like, your hair color's different. I was like, no, I don't think it is. But I remember freshman year, for some reason, is this when Nicki Minaj was out? For some reason, I think it was because my hair was automatically shorter on my left side than my right side. I still don't know how to do my left side as well as I do my right side, any style.
My left side gets straighter because I'm right-handed.
It does?
My left side gets straighter and my right side doesn't.
Even with just braid out today, I was like, right side, defined. This side, I was like, what did you do?
No, I did it.
I started doing this side first. Like, not tired getting over there. I just don't like my left side, apparently. But I had an asymmetrical cut freshman year.
Okay, I remember that.
Yeah, and my hair was already shorter on my left side than my right side, so I was just like, well, let's just do an asymmetrical cut. And it was cute while it was cute. Like, it's cute when it's cut, and it wasn't natural or anything. And then, that's what I said, I feel like I've cut my hair quite a bit. And then, I think I might have actually cut my own hair, and then was like, you need like try to trim my own hair, and then it's like, okay, now this has to become a haircut. Like this, you've gone to the point where your hair needs to be cut by a professional. So the asymmetrical cut, life was dramatic. I felt very cool. I was super skinny, and I had pictures of me, big sunglasses, like with the duck lips.
Was it like it was long in the front, right?
It was shorter on one side.
Yeah, because I remember we went to the mall. I picture it.
And it was like wrapped around. And then I cut my hair real short Rihanna pixie cut.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
Mine too. Mine too. I love that look. I did have a relaxer in, and I don't know that I would cut my hair that short again without having a relaxer. Like, I don't know that I would want the curly, natural, short.
Yeah.
Unless I went bald.
Would you ever go bald?
I've thought about it. But the reason why I'm not cutting my hair again is that because I had to go through that awkward stage. Like, if anybody has cut their hair and then grown it out, there is this awkward stage where it's not cute no matter what you do.
Yeah.
And it might not be long enough to put braids in. Or you need somebody that's got, like, a good grip skills. Like, their grip game is strong. I ain't had that in college because I was poor. They couldn't go to nobody that had good grip game in college. So as I grew it out, I started doing my own hair. That's how I learned how to do faux locks and Marley twists and just kind of learning through college. And that's for me when natural hair became like a big thing at Towson, where it's like, oh, I have natural hair. Like, oh, you put relaxers in your hair? And it was kind of like,
you got judged.
Yeah, you got judged for having a relaxer rather than being natural. And so I tried going natural. I would get keratin treatments because I love a keratin treatment.
Love a keratin, yeah.
But it was kind of like after college, I work in the events industry, work for weddings. A lot of the clients are Caucasian. And so it's kind of, my family had this, if your hair is not straight, you're going to be judged type of thing. So I remember going for job interviews. Yeah. And my grandma was like, I'm going to pay for you to get a relaxer. Like, I'll just pay for it. And I'm like, well, I want my hair to be natural, but at the same time, I need to get a job. And they're like, once you get the job, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's like, even if you go with like if you have braids in for your first interview, you get a second interview, you need to go with your hair straight. And that was kind of like, you got one time to have your hair braided up.
I know, yeah. Yeah, because for me, I took my hair, I had just got like fresh braids.
Yeah. And
I took it out because I got a relaxer. I'm not a relaxer, I got a job interview.
Yeah. Because
I wanted my hair straight because
there's a stigma around it.
About it. And, you know, I think it's beautiful now that you're not judged on your hair, but you were, and I hate to say this, you are, as black women, judged on your hair. I remember I didn't wear like a natural style or braids probably for about 2 years at my job. Because I was one of the 5 black people. Yes. And one of like 2 of the black women, 2 or 3 of the black women. And I was young and I didn't want to be seen as like the
girl who's out there or unkept or the ghetto stigma.
But there is a conversation about it now. Like I had a conversation with one of my like colleagues who's high up, and she's like, I don't understand the issue. Like if that, because I now wear my hair natural because they know me. Yeah. And it's like, I don't understand why people would have a problem with you wearing your hair the way, you know, in a natural style without drying it. Or I said, you know what, me neither.
It doesn't make sense to me, but that's just what the world comes down to.
She's like, did you ever feel that way working here? I was like,
yeah. It's not something, I don't think it's something that we talk about. Like, my first job, I was one of 3 people there. So it didn't really matter. I had my own office. Yeah. It was kind of just like, it is what it is. And then I went to my next job and there was black people there, so I could wear my hair however. Yeah. My third, and I remember being there and my like white manager and the IT person. It's like some people were cool. We work with homeless people and like, you know, people in need. I always work for nonprofits. So it was kind of like, majority of the staff was just like, okay, that's what her hair, like her natural hair, fine. Some people, not so much. And I remember going to work. It's super stressful to go and put my hair in a puff to go to work at that job. And I was just like, one, it's the first time I'm wearing my natural hair in this like natural state. Yeah. Without putting any like chemicals or like any heat to it. I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to wear it in a puff because I don't know what else to do. I'm in between braids. Like, that's just what it is. I remember going, and my first boss was like, oh, you look like a little kid. Like, oh, your hair's so cute. And I just like, maybe because I didn't like her, I was just like, I don't know if you're being shady or not, but whatever. And then another time I wore my hair curly, like I said, I wear rollers, but my hair was shorter than what it is now. And the IT person, he was just like, oh, it looks like there's a poodle on your head. And that, I was just like, okay. But then my other coworkers was like, no, your hair looks good. He's an asshole. Don't listen to him.
So you said they were Caucasian?
Yes.
Or were they? Okay. Because I was going to ask, do you feel like you got more comments about your hair from a Caucasian person or black people or people of color who are not black?
No, it was mainly, it's always been Caucasian people.
Really?
But
okay.
it's not always a negative comment. It'll be, a lot of times they're like, oh my gosh, your hair looks so good.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you wear it like this more
Mm-hmm.
often?
Mm-hmm.
And that was my last, like, not this job, I switch jobs like every 2 years, okay? Just roll with it, okay? Third full-time job. And there, they were always, but it was mainly women.
Okay.
My boss was like a gay Middle Eastern man.
Okay.
The communications was like director, who I still love, Middle Eastern. And everybody's like, we accept whoever you are as you are.
Mm-hmm.
And they were always like, your hair looks so good. And so it always like,
it was fun. You felt comfortable.
I felt really comfortable around them to be like who I am, like the hair that grows out of my head, that's what it is, whether it's short or not. And they're just like, even the guys that work there were always like, whoa, you did something different to your hair. It looks so good. You know what? There's this lady who used to work here and she used to style her hair like this too. And blah, 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 blah. And we would have like long conversations about my hair, their hair, the difference between like Asian women hair and black hair and white hair. And or it would be like an educational one, which I didn't mind, where it's like, so when you guys say weave, like, what exactly is that? Or is this clip? Because I wear clip-ins. They're like, is this clip-ins or is it a weave? I'm like, okay, there's a difference between a weave and a clip-in, or like a quick weave or a wig. And we would sit there and like have these conversations, and I'm like, okay, I feel comfortable here. Now this current job, y'all just gonna get what y'all get. Even though I did have like a mini panic attack one day.
Yeah.
Meeting my coworkers.
I haven't had a bad hair experience at my job, and I work in corporate, like corporate
finance,
Congress. Like lobbyist kind of job, and so I see a lot of people who make a couple million a year, and so I know for me it was imperative for me to keep my hair straight.
Yep.
Maybe a press and curl.
Yep.
A ponytail, like a nice slick ponytail. I think I did braids for the first time over like a holiday break. Yeah. Because no one was in the office really. And then over the summer, it's not too busy, so I was like, okay, let me.
Right.
I'll add braids. The first time I wore my hair natural, like a twist out, I got a lot of compliments.
I was like, she got a lot of hair. I was like, I don't know if y'all have ever seen it on this podcast while we've been doing video, but she got a lot of hair.
And sometimes it's like you don't feel like doing it.
Yeah, at all.
You don't feel like doing it, but I was really nervous about wearing it. Like, I was very, you want your twist out to be perfect. You want your edges laid down.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, why don't you wear your hair like this more?
Yes.
And I was like, I call her my work wife. She's like my work BFF. And her and I can have that conversation. She's a white woman. Yeah. Younger. She's a little older than me. But she's like, why don't you wear your hair like this? Because it's beautiful this way. And I said, because as a black woman, you're self-conscious about doing that. And you don't want to be looked at a different way. Yeah. And she was like, I don't get that. But she said, I hear you. And I don't know why it's like that. And I said, it's like that. And so I just felt more comfortable. And it, like, the comments I would get was, you changed your hair again. And I was like, yeah. Because I did. Growing up as a young black girl, you got to like change your hair every 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's why I don't get it in locks. I can't commit to that type of lifestyle. Shout out to everybody that got locks. But beautiful locks. I can't do it. I'll be like, what if I want my hair slicked back?
Right. What if I want my hair long? What if I want it short? What if I want it like in a pub?
What if I want to weave? What?
What if I want to weave? like. And so what I realized, I was like, why would he say something like that? But then I had to realize, black people are only people who can change their hair every 2 to 3 weeks. That's the type of hair we have. Yeah. We can do a lot with our hair. So for them, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna keep my hair the same. Like I might add a little color to it,
I might
trim
cut
it, but at the end of the day, it's gonna look pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Whereas I've had braids, I've had cornrows, I've had twists, I've had a puff, I've had my hair straight, I've had it curled, I've had it in a high bun, I've had it in a low bun, I've had it like,
yes.
They're like, oh my God, you're changing your hair again. This is great.
It.
And like, you know, they don't, I never got any
negative.
I had like one bad hair day, and I call it like my girl. She's like my work aunt, older black woman. She's like, you can't wear your hair like that again, because it was like I just like got up and went and like I thought I could just kind of like fluff it and go. Thank God it wasn't a lot of people in the office, but it was just like, this is not.
This ain't cute.
Not it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I think you feel like you don't care anymore because we're not young anymore. Like we've been in the work.
Well, I would say
longer.
I do. So, I started a new job in quarantine, which I've told you guys about.
Mm-hmm.
And because I started a new job in quarantine, I've never met a lot of my coworkers. Mm-hmm. My department, we did a happy hour in June, like as soon as like right when it was kind of like, okay, you can go outside before like the vaccination, all this other stuff. It was kind of like you can go outside. So we did an outdoor happy hour thing with just like the 5 of us. Mm-hmm. And then the second time, and I think my hair might have been straight for that. Like I just happened to have straight hair. And then the second time I went out with them, it was still the summertime last year, but my hair was like this. Mm-hmm. And that was my first time going out with my coworkers at this new job, second time seeing them ever in life. And I was like, I sat in the car for 20 minutes, and they were like, they already had a table, they had already ordered food, ordered drinks, and they're like, are you coming? And I was like, yeah, I just parked, like trying to give them excuses to be like.
So were you nervous or anxious?
I was anxious, really anxious about having my hair out like this and going to see them. And for me, if I don't like my hair out, I'll just put it up in a puff. Yeah. And I feel real comfortable in a puff. And so for me to have my hair out, and I was just like, okay, does your hair look good? And we're in Navy Yard. It's a lot of like. It's a lot of.
It's not like that diverse. It's
not
diverse,
but not yet. Not that diverse. And I was like, okay, just get out the car. And I'm sitting there having this talk to myself, like, just get out the car. You can go. You look fine. This is how your hair grows out of your head. Like trying to like hype myself up.
That conversation,
And to the point where they're like, are you lost? How about I can come meet you at your car? And I'm like, no, I'm walking now. And so it was kind of like, just get the fuck out the car.
You have to go.
You have to get out the car. Or I was like, so just go home and like, and I'm sitting in the car like, I don't have any hair gel. I don't have a brush. I don't have any water to like slick it up like I want it to be. And then when I got out there, they were like, oh my gosh, your hair looks so good. It's so big. Yeah. You should wear your hair like this more often. I'm like, y'all don't know. And I was like, y'all don't know the stress. Like, they're very cool. It was just like, y'all don't know the stress that I go through thinking about what my hair
you're going to be judged by your hair.
Yes. Because it's like, people can say, like, without saying anything, people can judge you or like, oh, she's X, Y, and she's like this because of X, Y, and Z.
I've had that experience where someone told me they thought I was going to be stuck up. They thought I was going to be a stuck-up bitch.
Was that just based off your hair or other reasons?
They saw my senior portrait. And they say you're light skinned with long hair and light eyes.
Yeah. You would have thought she was bitchy. She's not.
I'm the least bitchiest person because she was like, oh my God, Veronica, you are just so different from who I thought you were going to be. I
can't wait for her to hear this. I can't wait till she hears this episode.
Wait, who do you think I'm talking about?
Who is it? Your old roommate?
No.
Oh, who said that?
Your cousin.
Oh.
Yeah.
She don't listen. I thought it was your roommate.
No, I judged her. She didn't judge me.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I judged her.
Based off what?
Her hair.
Exactly.
So wait, I'll tell that story. I will definitely tell that story. So she was like, you're not anything like I thought you were going to be. You're just so sweet. I said, well, what did you? She was like, I thought you were going to be a stuck-up bitch. And this was like my first month of college. And I said, well, how did you get that? Well, where did you? She said, well, I saw your profile picture. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'm not. That's the reason why I hate being called light skin.
Yeah, and your name is Veronica. But it just adds to it. Just adds to it.
No, it doesn't. My name is Veronica.
I mean, if you're going to My name is Veronica.
It's Veronica.
You go with like the stigma of the whole light skin, light eyes, not long hair that's like super straight, and your name is Veronica. They might get it. I'm surprised you weren't. I was surprised you weren't like bitchy when I met you in high school.
You met me I am the night.
You know, it's kind of also, if you add like the high school,
all girls school,
like the whole, like how they do in the movies where it's like person that's like captain of the cheerleading team and light skin, light eyes, long hair, and then we had girls who were actually bitchy and kind of fit that stereotype.
And then there was me.
And then there was you, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, she runs with that circle. And she's like, hi.
How are you? Like I'm very inclusive, so I hated.
Yeah.
I hated being called light skin. I hated like.
That's how we said it earlier. You was like, I don't consider myself light skin. I was like, we're just gonna skip past that.
Consider myself black. I was.
You are black.
Yeah. I was judged from homeboy. I think we told that story. He was like, well, "Where you from?" I hate, and that's one of the reasons I stopped like wearing my hair curly at some point, or just like in a ponytail, like tight bun, because like, well, where are you from? I'm from here.
I hate all those. I
hate those kind of questions.
People ask me that all the time.
Where are you from?
Especially if I have braids in my hair.
Yeah.
And
well, you give a Caribbean vibe, sis. All of
people
you
will
Caribbean.
Argue me down. I have been argued down in Fridays. This girl, she was like, I'm from Jamaica. I know you're Jamaican. Funny enough. I hear you. I'm not. I would love to be. I would love it. Shout out to y'all. I'm not.
Yes.
It's like, I'm not.
She gives Caribbean. You live and breathe Caribbean. But
I do.
Here you are, Negro from America. Sorry.
Georgia and Maryland, baby.
Georgia and Maryland, baby. Like,
that's all I got for you.
Southwest Georgia. No, yeah, Southwest Georgia.
Savannah, Georgia.
In D.C.
Yeah. The Eastern country.
And my grandfather's from it's not Leesburg. It's like a small little town in Virginia where the cemetery, it's a white cemetery, only white people can be buried there, and a black cemetery where only black people can be buried. That's how Negro I am. But
yeah, that's how it is in Savannah.
So I did judge my old roommate on her hair.
What hairstyle did she have?
It wasn't it wasn't just her hair.
Okay.
It was the first day, and she came in.
And what did her hair look like?
Wait.
No, I don't want you to try to save yourself with your like.
No, she came in like loud, like
yes.
Hey y'all, and she had these red and black twists going down her back, and she had this blue plaid. I'll never forget. She had this blue plaid shirt on. She was like the life of the party. When you just. She still is. She's like a ball of sunshine and energy.
Yeah.
And she's like, hey y'all, and she just, and I was like, oh, she's a little ghetto. She's nice, but she's a little ghetto. She's like sat down, like, so what we gonna talk about, like, and she's not ghetto at all. But she was like, you judged me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're like this.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I said, did you or did you not have long red braids?
And she said that they weren't red.
They were red and black, Senegalese twist going down her back. She can't Ty comes in places dancing. That's
that's
so
how
maybe ghetto wasn't the right. She was loud. Ghetto wasn't the right adjective, but I knew she was gonna be a lot.
There it is.
And the crazy thing about it is between the two of us, we match sometimes, but we can go toe for toe.
Definitely.
We can go toe for toe.
It's being the chaperone on some okay. It's actually that's what
the best description.
We did being the chaperone and then deciding y'all both can't be drunk at the same time. Yeah. It has to be one or the other.
We did go through that phase.
Yeah.
Because we would always end up in a fight.
Always pull the car over and fight. I was like,
you can walk home. Everybody get in the car.
Everybody relax.
That's my girl. She's still very loud. she's still very loud. Yeah. But she's not like, get out.
No.
I was like, oh, she's one of them, my little bougie, came from all girls
PG County.
And it was so funny because she would always be like, I'm not from Maryland. And I was like, well, where did you go to school? She went to school in Maryland. She's like, I'm not from Maryland.
Yes.
Where are you from?
Virginia.
From Virginia. I was
She
like, girl, you
claims
ain't
it.
been there. She claims it, but
Claims
once I
it.
got to know her, she's from Virginia. She's not from Maryland.
Claims
I get
it.
But I did.
Still.
I'm trying to think, did I judge anyone else? Have you judged anyone based off their hair? Other than me?
I didn't judge you based off your hair.
Would you judge me based off of my skin color and my hair?
No, I would say I didn't judge you in school is what I'm saying. Because when I met you, you were with everybody else I knew. That was like I didn't have a time to judge you. It's
Right.
kind of just like, oh yeah, she's here.
Nice.
Yeah, I was like, okay, cool. It was the other, like, looking back on it.
I don't know how you could judge me when your best friend is the same way.
Oh my gosh, both of the girls, like my two closest friends, elementary school, middle school, pre-high school. Well, I'm still super close to one of them.
Right. Both of them. Are we talking about the two?
No.
Oh, okay.
We're not. There's another girl. We saw her at a function, and it was like, oh my gosh, hi. Like she was like the popular girl at our school we went to.
Mm-hmm.
Like she would have limo come pick, like the first person had like a limo come pick you up from school for their birthday party. Oh. She had like a separate playroom, and like their house was huge.
That was Taylor.
Yeah, it was like that, and they were both light skinned, longer hair. The girls, all the boys went to date, and I was just like their friend, like, hey,
here I am,
here I am, and I was like super skinny, braces, glasses, acne. My head was huge. I looked like olive oil, and then I got boobs, and it was like olive oil with boobs, and that was it. Not cute. None of my school pictures are cute to me. All of them look very crazy, except for the year that my mom decided not to get my school pictures. I had one good picture, and I was like, oh my God, Mom, look at these pictures. They're so cute. Did you buy them? And she was like, every other year of your life, you have not, like, you did not like the pictures. You did not want me to buy them. The 1 year I don't buy them is the one, and that was my first year at Seton.
Oh.
And I had like a really cute little pink shirt on. My hair was done the way I wanted it to do. And then my senior pictures got a bad weave. I don't even know how my hair ended up that way. And acne, and just not a fan. So I redid my senior pictures.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I love my senior pictures.
I was like, if I have my phone down here, there's Rachel, my bestie, sent me a picture of our glamour shots.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so y'all might not know.
You don't have to show it. We can pull it up. We can show it on the
Oh,
YouTube.
that's definitely not happening.
Put it on the YouTube.
I'm not putting that on YouTube. I told her to delete it. Delete it. Delete it. Look at my forehead was large, y'all.
God, didn't you hate having braces?
Yeah, and this is who I was talking about.
Yeah.
The two of them, they're like the hot girl, big ass silver belt with this crazy hairstyle.
Have you seen on TikTok? It was like that big silver belt had a hold on us in the early 2000s.
Hold on
it had a hold on
early
us.
2000s fashion
and
was.
the swoop. Y'all remember the swoop? When you have your half up, half down, there was like a swoop. And sometimes it didn't connect. But
Not at all. It was
like
just kind of there.
A half bang.
It was kind of there with some Chinese slip.
Woo!
Them Chinese slippers. You get from the beauty supply store. Hold on us with the roll-on lip gloss to give you mouth bumps. It's too thick. It was too thick for your pores.
I put Vaseline on my eyelids to make it look like shadow.
You know what?
My best friend
came back.
It's
2 years ago.
With Vaseline, just Vaseline.
It wasn't Vaseline, but they would put shadow on and then put like Vaseline or liquid, like something that made it look wet over top of it. Y'all gonna look back. Y'all Gen Zers are gonna look back at yourselves and be like, that was wild.
That was dumb.
That was
But I remember I had like
ridiculous.
a ball gown on for one of our dances. And she was like, yeah, just add a little Vaseline to your eyelids. It'll look like you have my eyeshadow. It did not. It looked
that. When was this?
This is like 9th grade year.
Oh, okay. I was like, the time you had the ball gown at Snowball?
It was at my first Snowball. I wore a ball gown. Because it's the same ball gown I wore to Brittany's
Cotillion thing.
Yeah, when everyone else had on jeans. And
I was thinking about your green dress that you wore multiple times.
That was college.
Last time. No. I thought you wore it to the first Snowball I went to.
You talking about in college or in high school?
In high school, there was this long green dress you had. I think you wore it in college as well because you didn't.
No, I bought it in college.
I want to see the picture. You wore a ball gown.
I bought it. I bought a green gown for AKA ball because I was AKA. So I bought a green ball because we had a pink carpet, a green ball gown.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't wear any because your first snowball was when?
2000.
Well, did you come with Rachel our freshman year?
No, it was a junior year. So
you're
with your I don't know who's saying names.
Ex.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know how to put this.
I wore for that snowball, and I remember it was this because I got it from Gab. No, it was black and it had gold polka dots on it.
Okay, next snowball then.
The next snowball, I wore a purple. It wasn't a gown. It was like a.
Why do I feel like I've seen you with him? Maybe it was for that.
No, he never saw me in a green gown.
I feel like you had like a green or a beige gown.
I've had a green gown.
I know.
It just wasn't for high school.
Because I know the last time you wore it, I had to help you get out of it. On
was
the
that
drive
for
home.
like the CBC?
Yes. And I was like, don't you ever wear this
thing was
again.
so tight. I don't know how I got it on.
Ever wear this again.
Was it
It was a corset bag. Corset bag, and I had to. We were like leaving. I had to undo it, and then I think we were like driving or something. And you were like, please just undo it. Just undo it. And then I'm like, I had to stick my hand down the back of the dress.
to pop it out.
And I was like, do you have on anything underneath?
No.
She's like, no. I was like, don't you ever wear this dress in your life.
That was the last time I wore it. Do I still have it? I wonder if I still have it. I look good though. I had locks in my hair.
You did look good.
I had locks in my hair. We went to that. Never mind. It looked good, but that was the last time I wore it.
Thank God.
Yeah. Because it was tight. It was so tight.
That was. I took 2 days before that even happened. First of all,
yes, you just bought something.
2 days before the event happened, I was like, y'all guys want to go to a ball?
Yes.
And everyone was like, I don't have anything to wear. And I was like, let's just wear something we already have. Like, just go to Macy's, whatever. Yeah. We went. It was a good time.
It was a fun time. We do different things.
That was the year I was like, I want to try different things. So I was like,
we
get out there.
We just did. You know what? We were doing really well with that. And then I got a nigga. And that was the different thing I did.
And she kept doing that different thing for years.
But another one of the different things was going to Vegas for New Year's.
Yes.
And I had did I have a weave or clip-ins? I had a weave in. Because my cousin did my weave. I only had a weave in once. What's something with your hair you want to do that you haven't done?
Color it. My cousin. So.
Like what kind of color though?
Okay, there's this woman. Because I've had this picture in my Pinterest, Instagram for a while. And she did a two-tone hair color where it was like honey blonde up top and like a chocolate brown in the back.
Okay.
And every time I've seen it styled and on her, it looks
color had a whole
so good.
Yeah.
And it didn't look like, maybe it's not honey blonde, but it was like a very like a darker blonde color. So it kind of like meshed well with the chocolate brown. Went to my cousin and she was just like, no. And I was like,
don't blame her.
She was like, no. And I was like, okay. She was like, do you want to reverse? Like, do chocolate brown on top, blonde in the back? Like, no. I want it like the picture. She was like, I'm not doing your hair like that. I was like, why? And that, man, she's taking away a lifeline by moving back to Salisbury.
I don't blame you.
But she was just like, the length of your hair is at the top of your head, so it doesn't make sense to bleach the top of your hair and do the safer color in the back where that's the shortest. She was like, now, if you want me to do a sew-in like that, I got you. And I was like, no, I don't want that. I want my hair this color. So I've never dyed my hair. Like, permanently dyed it.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
That's on my list. But
I wouldn't suggest you dye your hair.
It was so cute, though. She was like,
it's
we can get you a wig.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want.
And the upkeep of blonde is just so I used to keep
it that way.
Exactly. Exactly. Like you could put mountains of deep conditioner in your hair every day, and it'll break off.
Yeah, I've gone from there. Now I'm looking at like if I do dye it, it'll be like a tinted color or
like a rinse.
Yeah, back to burgundy, or if I ever get out of corporate nonprofit America, wedding world,
then you'll do it.
Then I'll do something crazy with my hair.
Okay.
Like a purple, like a little old school Justine Sky.
Okay.
Not like purple, but like the tint is purple.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
okay.
on the list.
One of mine is I want a bob. I want to cut. I don't want to cut my hair really short, but I want to get like a short. I bought short wigs, and I don't buy the right short wigs.
You don't.
I buy like the cheap wigs.
Yeah.
That look like they're gonna be good quality on the picture.
That's because they're wig fishing. That's because they're using real people's hair. Or nice wigs to put up for their cheap, raggedy Barbie doll wigs.
But I think I'm like, do you want to cut your hair? I'm like, no, because I work too hard to get my hair back healthy and long.
Why don't you do a weave?
Because when you do a weave, like if your top is out, then you have to cut your top. And my length is at the top of my hair too.
Still a full one.
Like with a frontal.
Yeah.
Then I want to do a real wig, like get a real wig installed. But then I'm like, that's too hot.
It's too hot. That's something you gotta do in the wintertime. I think about it. often.
Yeah. I was talking to one of my line sisters about it. Like, we've been going back and forth about wigs. And she's like, if you do it, I'll think about doing it.
But
I want to get it, like, professionally installed. But I also want, like, I don't want to have to go to sleep in a wig. I want to put it on a wig head. So I don't think I want, like, it glued down.
Yeah. So it's not really install. You want your hair braided up?
I want my hair braided up and then to install it like a glueless wig. That's an install, right?
For those that are listening and don't know what a wig for a black person is like, for long-term use, you can either have your hair braided up in cornrows, or however, put on a wig cap. Some people put on a wig cap if your hair is not, you don't have it braided up, and you
I
put
have
it
too
on.
much hair for that.
Glue that front down for the day,
yeah,
so you don't lose it in whatever you're doing, because Lord only knows what day will take you. Or you can get it permanently installed, where it's glued down, sewed down, and that's just your hairstyle. My cousin calls it, my family calls it hats.
Yeah.
I gotta take my hat off.
And it's so hot. And I don't want it on all day. I want to be able to go to bed.
Somebody whip their hat off.
I have.
And they start scratching it. Like, girl.
You gotta beat your head. I don't want that. When I go to bed at night, like when I get home, I want to be able to take the wig off. Yeah. Put it on a mannequin head. Mm-hmm. I'll put my hair in a scarf or not, because I don't mind rocking my Cleo braids.
Okay.
And being good, but
that's the one thing you want to do.
I want to get a wig that's cut into a bob that looks like my hair.
Okay.
I just think I would look so cute. I've never had like super short, like blunt cut hair. I've had short hair, but not like blunt cut hair.
I'm really thinking about cutting my hair off. Every time I see somebody with a
and
short
I'm like, no, because I just
cut.
remember I hear all the, oh my god, my hair is too short, and it's in that middle stage. I can't
hate it. You can't even get your hair in a ponytail.
Yeah,
you like, gotta go outside with the way you look.
I don't want to go because
my hair ain't together. Man, that's the only thing that keeps me from cutting my hair. I see pictures of women with short little pixie cuts. I was like, oh, you look good. Or bald. Oh, you look good. I'm like, damn. I want to cut my hair again. Yeah. But I always feel like I had to wear big earrings. Like, it's like you got to go bigger when you got hair.
You got to do a whole lot.
You got to go big. But, man, that was the easiest hairstyle I ever had. I would go to hair cuttery.
Oh, yeah. I would go to hair cuttery, too.
Get my hair cut.
That's why I got my hair straightened and colored.
I would wash my hair, get my hair cut, $15, and then roll back home, style it.
Do you have any advice for any women who want to take a new hair journey? Or any women that are going through a rough patch of their hair journey, they want to start a new hair journey? What's your advice?
I would say do what you feel comfortable with, and if you're going to try something, you do it on a weekend or you got nothing to do. Like, my mom is also going natural. Okay. Or she is natural. She's not having a good time. She likes braids because she's, like, growing up, my mom never had braids, didn't have individuals, no cornrows, no nothing. It was always, like, her hair was pressed, relaxer, French braid, if anything.
I didn't get individuals till I was like 20.
Fresh braid.
3.
And that's how my best friend is. And I'm like, girl, let me tell you what the things that'll change your life.
It changed my life.
Is having braids. Now she got braids. She's like, I don't want to do my hair anymore.
Yeah.
But also back in the 70s, like back in the day, her hair was out natural. She was like, I know what it's like to have natural hair. Y'all do a lot with your natural hair. I'm used to just going outside with a fro, and I don't want to do that because I work in corporate America.
Yeah.
So, but do what's right for you, and if you're gonna try something new, do it on the weekend. And just in case you don't turn it right, because that's how natural hair is.
Yeah.
Like,
if you do want to start your natural journey, just go for it, and don't. I think when we first started our natural journey, people were still in that relaxer stage, so there were a few like naysayers, but F them. Dude, it's like the tweet I was talking about earlier. I think we need to stop policing everyone, especially black women, and do what you want with your hair.
Like
your
what
hair
grows out of my head does not pay your bills. And yeah, I'm just gonna take that quote and flip it around.
Yeah.
And it's also my other best closest friend lives in Minnesota, plays women's football now.
Oh.
Hey, boo boo.
That's dope.
Yeah, she cuts her hair often, and like my mom was just like, you don't care that, like talking to her mom, you don't care that she cut her hair. And her mom was just like, of all the things you can get in an argument about, that's just hair and it'll grow back.
Yeah.
And that's, if you decide to cut it, if you do something crazy to it, it's just hair. It doesn't define you. Even though it is an accessory, it is a piece of you, it'll grow back and you can get it back to that stage. Like, I just cut that chunk of hair out of my head 2 weeks ago. And baby, it is short. But you can't tell, can you? You can't tell, can you? Because it's just hair.
It'll grow back.
It'll grow back.
I think when I think about this, I'm like, does my hair define? Like, do I feel defined by my hair? I think sometimes I do. Not like intentionally. I think not defined, but like I just know what my hair can do.
Yeah.
And I feel comfortable with it, and I think because of my hair.
Yeah, it's definitely a security blanket.
It's definitely a security blanket, but for me, as someone who like always looked up to my mom and wanted to look like my mom, I had the same hair my mom had. So like, I always feel like I'm doing good because my hair looks like my mom. So, but I do want to do something different with it, and I don't want it to be like some drastic, like, yeah. So people
gone.
like break up with their boyfriend. I gotta cut my hair,
Or dye it red, which I hate when my guys friends say that.
Are you gonna dye? Oh yeah, they be like, you gonna dye your hair red or something?
And then people do it, and I'm like, oh, I see what you're saying. It is a thing that people do once they
don't listen. Tread carefully if you feel like you can't do what you want in your hair in a relationship. Tread lightly.
Yeah, that might be a sign. Sister girl, brother man.
Maybe not a red flag.
Yeah, okay.
You know
Burgundy.
What? I was gonna say yellow, but for
like
men, do you judge men on their hair? We gotta wrap this episode up.
Yeah, no, we have to wrap it up.
We can talk about that later. We can do.
Shooter.
Got it.
Okay.
All right, y'all. It's VJ.
It's Jane.
And this is
A Sip
and a Shot. Bye.